Hello, so with all this Marina Joyce stuff in the news, it got me thinking, and I'm not really going to go into it in this video. You can do your own research and decide what you will about it, but it got me thinking about, what to do in a situation like that, and it reminded me, I'm sorry, I'm like picking my nose, it reminded me of something that my mother taught me when I was a little girl, and I thought it'd be some good advice to pass on to you if you are ever in a situation like this. Now, she taught me that if I was in a situation where I needed help and I needed to communicate that to her, but I was somehow, like I was being watched, there was someone making sure I wasn't, like that I could communicate this to her without them knowing. And what she taught me is what her brother passed away a long time ago. So if I was to call her or text her, well, back then it was calling, and I said, like, just everyday chit chat, and then I say, oh yeah, and Uncle Ted said you need to feed the dog for him tonight. That would be a way to, so she would know that something was wrong and she needed to get help, call the police. Well, that's what it was. It was to call the police. If I say something really off like that, like say that someone who died many years ago called me today and they need you to do this. I think it's a good idea to have something like that, a plan like that in place with someone that you trust, not necessarily your entire YouTube audience, especially people who are not in your area and don't know your full name and address and where your location might be, but like with your, a guardian, a spouse, a partner, anything like that, have like a secret code already laid out, so even if you don't have, it doesn't have to necessarily be as extreme as kidnapped or hostage, but if you're in a situation where you need emergency help and you can talk to someone but you cannot say that you need help, and it's awful. It's truly frightening. I remember hearing about a woman calling 911 and pretending that she was ordering a pizza, so it's kind of like that, but sometimes you can't do that. So have a plan in place with someone that you trust. Something off like that can only be construed that way, well, my advice is to someone who's close to you who has passed, mention them and say that they called and they need something, because that'll immediately let them know that something is off and something is wrong and police need to be contacted. That's why I just wanted to make a video with this advice that might come in handy for someone, even if it's not such an extreme thing. This is something that my mother taught me that I'd like to pass on. So thanks for watching, and I hope everything works out for Marina.